7/7/2016. Really? After having looked at this for a day now, I have to sit back for a minute, watch it unfold, and it's always bullshit. But this time, what happened at the end is the point that you need to take away, in my opinion. Police killed a man with a robot bomb. Did you see this? This is the headline. In a first, law enforcement uses a robot bomb. We live in a Terminator movie, if that's true. If they actually sent a robot with a bomb to blow someone up. First of all, you wouldn't do that, okay, in this situation in reality, because at the time that they're having a standoff with this guy and they're shooting back and forth, I even caught one stream that I did record, and the guy's talking about how they could already have taken him if they wanted to. They had a tank.
They could have him if they wanted him. He's got no hostages, and they've got an armored vehicle. This could have been over. This is how much care they're taking to try and take him alive. For the intelligence reasons that Tim discussed, and so that it dispels some of the myth that all police are trying to kill people.
But they were trying to take him alive, which only makes sense to try and take him alive because there may be other snipers, like they said. I mean, they were reporting all night long that there was triangulated gunfire coming from multiple higher vantage points. They had all these other suspects. The guy himself was claiming he had put IEDs in various other places. I mean, this is somebody you would want to keep alive if you could, because you would want to know where those IEDs were and if there are any other snipers they need to be looking at or any other suspects. At what moment did they say, now's the time we rig an explosive device to a robot and blow someone up? But after a big, long, protracted standoff that went hours into the morning, they just decided, well, this is going nowhere. I guess we'll send in the robot with the bomb and just blow the guy up. When they could have sent in a robot with some kind of gas that knocks him out and then taken him alive, and then they could have questioned him for that intel, which only makes sense to do. Sending in the robot bomb makes no sense unless you want a very sensational situation in which most of the public will go along with it being okay for police to kill people with robot bombs. For a while, what they were reporting was that the sniper killed himself and died from a self-inflicted wound after the standoff. And that was splashed all over social media. It was splashed all over the television. This is what they were telling people. And I think what happened was, since they already had all their other agendas going on with this, with the race war, race baiting stuff, with the gun control stuff.
There has been a vicious, calculated, and despicable attack on law enforcement. We also know that when people are armed with powerful weapons, unfortunately it makes attacks like these more deadly.
Police looking really bad, so if you have a shooting of police, then you're flipping the script on that. All of that, that's already all working in their favor. I think they probably were analyzing social media, and in real time they decided, you know what, now's a really good time to up the stakes of our police state and roll this out. Because they've set a new precedent with this. Now police are bombing suspects. They're bombing people now. That is so far beyond just police shooting people, okay? Or using non-lethal weapons. Well, there's no such thing as a non-lethal weapon. Less than lethal weapons on people, like LRADs and things that make you feel like your skin is being cooked alive when you stand in the beam, or these acoustic weapons that they have, or even the psych warfare that they used on, you know, say the people in Waco where they were playing sound of rabbits being tortured.
There were the sounds of dying rabbits, dentist drills, helicopter rotor blades, and sirens. The Branch Davidians were guinea pigs, a captive audience.
I mean, all of that disgusting stuff that they did. That's the kind of stuff where they just unleash these things on the public, and they do it gradually, and they do it at first in situations where most of the public will go along with that and be, well, he was shooting at cops. He had shot a bunch of cops. They thought he was the guy. They were pretty sure. So, no, okay? No, no. This is now something that they have set a precedent for. Using robots with bombs to kill people without a trial or anything. This is the world we're living in now. We're supposed to just accept that we live in, Terminator or RoboCop or something. There were other options here. They did not have to send in a robot with a bomb and blow him up. They did. And now that is going to be the new precedent. Now that is something we are going to see. It's kind of like if you remember the Dorner case out in California, they had talked about hitting him with a drone. They talked about doing that. They did not end up doing that because I think they figured out that the public outcry for that would have been very high. Right now what you have is dead cops, dead cops, dead cops, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, racial division, gun control agenda, and everyone is looking in all these different directions, and they're completely missing the fact that now what our police state is telling us as citizens of America is that if we're in a situation, there's not even going to be due process at all. They will send in a robot with a bomb and they will blow you up. We are being dehumanized systematically. We have remote control warfare. And that remote control warfare has now been brought into American streets to be used on American citizens.